So you can either use the formula or you can, let's continue. The easiest way is to have the calculator do the combinations for you. There is a C button on your graphing calculator, and it looks like this. You'd hit the math key first, go over to probability, and notice it's the third option, NCR. The C stands for combination. But you actually have to type in the number first before you even go to get the C symbol. So you'd type in the 12 first. Then you would go hit your math key, do your PRB, get your NCR key. And then you'd say, okay, what was the second number? You'd type in just a normal 2. Press enter and it will give you the number 66. And like I said, you can do this on a normal scientific calculator as well. So let's see how this is going to work. But the binomial theorem says, and this is important, you will need to know how to do this, is if I take the a plus b and raise it to the nth power, then each term of my binomial multiplied out will start out with a combination. That's how you'll figure out your coefficient. The top number will always be your n in your combination. The bottom number, your bottom number will always be whichever term you're at. We always start with 0, and then we work our way all the way up to n. Remember, we start with our a's being at the highest power they can be, and then we work our way down. And we start with our b's at the lowest they can be, which is basically at 0, and work our way up, all the way up to n. So that's what we're going to do with our binomial theorem. So there is something that happens when the calculator does these combinations. It uses these little factorials in the background. There is a factorial button on your calculator. It's really up to you if you go into depth on that. What I really care about is whether or not you can find the combinations. Why? Because the combinations are what we're going to actually use to come up with our expansion for what would happen if you multiplied out the a plus b to, let's say, the 5th power. So that would be an a plus b times 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 an a plus b. If you FOILed all those out, that's what this binomial theorem would tell you what you're going to end up with. So you need to make sure that you can do your combination. So I would make sure that you know how to do all of these in your calculator. I would take the time to make sure that you know how to do these.